Okay, so now we are going to move on to part 2 of our pattern making course. And just for the efforts of creating our pattern and our mock-up muslin, I've actually just transferred the design down to the half scale dress form because I just feel like it's easier for you guys to be able to see. So it's the same exact process that you're going to apply to the full scale form, but I just kind of brought everything down to half scale so that it was just easier to capture on camera and maybe a little bit of an easier concept to see when you just sort of shrink it down. So everything that I'm telling you guys here, you're going to apply the same exact method to the full scale. Obviously the measurements are going to be different. So we're not going to talk a lot about measurements as much as we're going to talk about just the techniques that are going to go into you creating this for a full scale. So again, we're going to be taking our dress and creating this for our muslin mock-up. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the portion of the class where we're going to be taking our pattern and we're going to be moving it onto our muslin for a mock-up. Okay, before we get to that though, I just wanted to point out that after that I put this together, I noticed that there was a bit of an opening here at the top of the tissue fitting. So if that was a design that you were looking for, if you were going for that look where the dress is a little bit away from the chest, then that's fine. But for the sake of this design, we actually want this to be more contoured to the bust area. So what I'm going to have to do is go back and separate these panels and create a smoother panel that actually contours right over it so there is no opening. So that's just the final adjustment that we're going to make to the pattern before we go ahead and create a muslin mock-up of the entire dress. I am going to use the half scale version only because it's a lot easier to do a tutorial with the half scale version, but whatever we do with this, we're actually just going to take it to the official muslin. Just once again, I just wanted to review that. And yeah, before we go on to that, I also wanted to just let you guys know, for this pattern, we're going to be using muslin as one of our tools. And just briefly, I wanted you guys to understand what is involved when you're going to pick out fabric. And anytime you are just not really sure about the kind of fabric you're getting, the width, how much you're going to need to complete a garment, what's the content, any of those things, it'll always be at the top of a bolt. So anytime you go into a fabric store, all the fabric are on bolts. These are called bolts. And anytime you go in there, you're just going to look at the top of the bolt and it's going to give you all that information on there. It's going to tell you the width, it's going to tell you the content, and those are things that you want to look at so that you know how much you're going to need for a particular project. Obviously, if the width is smaller, so if it's like 45, you're going to need more fabric because it's a more narrow cut, and if it's 55, 60, then you need a little bit less because you got a wider cut, and that allows you to lay more patterns at one time. So just sort of like, you know, just so you know, kind of information of how to read a bolt of fabric. And also we're going to be using an unbleached muslin for this particular project. So that's pretty much the standard in dressmaking and muslin. You want to focus on making sure that whatever you use is as close to the fabric content as possible. When I say that, so that it has a similar drape and fold. So if you're using a satin dress, this would not be the best kind of fabric to use because it's going to have a different drape and a different fold. Okay, so now we're just going to adjust that front bodice pattern so that we have two separate pieces, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to go about doing that. So first we want to unpin it, get it laid out nice and flat. Okay, then we're going to take our grid ruler, and first we're going to mimic this line here. This is going to be our princess seam, and we're just going to mimic that line right in the middle of the dart. Then we're going to take our second line and make it perpendicular, or just parallel, I should say, to the center front fold or that green line there. So it's going to be this line here. So now we have just this line going up and a little bit this way, and that's what we're going to use to create a contour line for our center front bodice. Okay, once we do that, we just take our paper scissors and we cut that line straight down. Now we have two separate pieces. We still need to replace the seam allowance that we lost once we separated these pieces. So I just grabbed some tracing paper or pattern paper, and I'm going to glue them. You can either glue just the edge or you can glue the entire thing. I'm just going to do some glue to this side and lay it here. I'm also going to put some glue to this side. And lay it here. Okay, so now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is just add that seam allowance. For the sake of the half scale, you're going to see that it's not going to be the 1/2 inch. It's more like 1/4. But for the actual full scale, you're going to add the 1/2 inch. But just for the sake of this, I'm just going to add 1/4 just so you're able to see what that looks like. So I'm just going to add 1/4 of an inch to mine. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And again, we're doing this so that we have, just going to make sure that's 1/4, the contour that we want for our bodice. So when we reconnect these pieces, it's going to give a more curved shape so that at this top part, you won't see it pulling away from the chest as it was before. And then I just go in and cut those pieces out. Again, making sure you get those points because we're just going to be replacing the seam that we had before. So we want to make sure that we follow all those points. Sometimes when you are sewing, you'll think, oh, it's okay for me to just ignore that point or not pay attention to this little point. And then when you're connecting the pieces, you're like, why is this off? And then you'll realize that little point that you thought you could just ignore or not complete, it actually affected the balance of the garment. So you want to make sure that you are just adhering to all the previous points you had in the garment. Okay, these are our new pieces. And again, when we connect them together, as you can see, there's a bit of a slant. So as we connect them together, it's going to compensate for that slant. And then we're also just going to go ahead and do our dart as normal. So this is just how we add those additional pieces to get a nice contoured bodice so that it fits nice on the bust area. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Videos are uploaded weekly covering dressmaking, fashion, lectures, and more.